So here is how our patio is coming along so far. We pressure washed everything. I'm going to show y'all what I'm currently working on. So I am wanting to expand out the border around the patio. Let me tone that down actually, that's too bright. There we go. So currently it just comes out this far. I think half of a foot, but I want to extend it out to the length of the building here. So that's what I'm working on. It's going to be a little bit tedious to get all of that done. But I want to take it all the way out here to the corner. And also probably this side too, so I'm going to go all the way. And that is definitely not what I decided to do, and for a good reason, so stay tuned for what I decided to do with that. I have decided to take up all of the border blocks here and put them on this side. I think it's a little bit too bulky right here in the center, and I want to get rid of them here. At least we do have the patio all clean now. It does still have to dry, but we are making good progress. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Megan, and on this video I am going to be completely transforming our outdoor patio. I have been wanting to do this for a good while, and I am so excited to share the whole entire process with you guys. I wanted to give you guys a quick overview of what the patio looks like right now. I think this was the day after we pressure washed everything, so everything was nice and clean and we have a good clean slate. The first thing that I decided to work on were the borders around the patio. Currently we had this rock border all around, but I wanted to widen that border. The border was only half of a foot wide, but I wanted to widen that around the patio just to elevate this space, and I did have to complete this over a couple of days. It was a lot of work, a lot of dedication on my end trying to get this completed, but it was so worth it, and I am so incredibly happy with the progress that I've made and the transformation. I will be transparent and go ahead and tell you guys I completely winged this makeover. No lie, that's the God's honest truth. I was just completely winging this process, but I don't know, sometimes winging it actually works, and I was actually impressed with how everything actually turned out. I am so happy with the end result, and I'm so happy that you're here, and I hope that maybe I can give you some ideas and motivation or inspiration. So let's go ahead and do this. I already had some weed barrier fabric on hand, so luckily I didn't have to go to the store and buy any of that. That definitely comes in handy when you're doing these borders. You want to make sure you use fabric to keep the weeds down. But you can already tell a difference in widening the border, how much it just changes the space and the overall look. And this was what I was wanting to do with this project. And also as a bonus, I'm using materials that I already have, and I'm just essentially moving the rock around and widening the edging, and it just completely makes a difference with this space. My tripod just completely broke, but I wanted to show you guys what I got from Home Depot. I got 2 of these pretty flowers. They're perennial, so they'll come back every year. So I got a pretty dark purple one. This is verbena. So this is the dark purple color, and then I got this light purplish pink color, which is really pretty. I also grabbed 2 of these dianthus pink plants, and they're so pretty, just to add some color around here. I also grabbed 2 planters from Roses for a good deal. This was $5.99. I thought that was really cute. I also grabbed this spackle looking gray planter. comes with this little guy inside, which I thought was really neat too. So that just goes on the bottom. So I did grab that. And this was only $4.99 if I'm not mistaken. And I did swing by Big Lots and grabbed a little flag. It says hello sunshine. It's got a cute little butterfly. And I'm going to put that right here, right beside my daylilies. I think that looks really pretty. And they also had their outdoor pillows on sale. So I grabbed 2 of these and I thought that would look really pretty. I'm sure I may get some questions about where our gazebo and patio furniture are from. Both are from Big Lots and they have lasted really good so far. I believe they're only 1.5 to 2 years old now. And we did cement the post up to the gazebo down in the ground, so it's not going to go anywhere. Also, the gazebo does have a metal roof, and the only thing that's wrong with it is we did used to have a trampoline in our yard, and we did have a big storm come through which blew the trampoline and it hit the top of the roof to the gazebo, so it does have a little ding in the top of the roof from that. But other than that, this thing has held up like a champ, and I do recommend getting gazebos with a metal roof. They just last longer in my opinion. I will look online to see if I can find the links to the furniture and gazebo for you guys if any of you are interested. I'm going to go ahead and finish up getting these flowers put in these planters. I was obviously feeling a pink and purple getting these flowers put in. I thought that since I had the yellow daylilies that the pink and purple would look really well in this space and just have all variety of colors and just make it more brightful for the summertime. Now I'm going to move on to this side of the patio where the existing border was. I'm just moving the rock over to where I was previously working. You're going to see me move all of these cinder blocks directly against the pavers, and I didn't realize how bad it looked until I got halfway down, so I did remove them and decide to just make a simple flower bed on this side of the patio, and I am so happy that I did. I wanted to keep these clips in here just to show you guys that I was truly winging this, and honestly, this was just part of the process. There was a lot of back and forth. There was a lot of stopping and trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do, and that's just a process that I went through, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. So this was the next day, I believe, and this was after I moved the cinder blocks and positioned them to make a flower bed. And you can tell how much of a difference it already made. Having the cinder blocks directly against the pavers just was not going to look well, and I'm glad I decided to put a flower bed here because I actually really wanted to add flowers to this space, to add more color, to add more elevation, and that's what I was going for. And everything turned out so perfect. I remember it being really hot this day, and I feel like it's officially summer with the hot days we've been having here in South Carolina. It gets really hot here, and the sun was beating down on me, and I was legit sweating, y'all, but it was worth every minute that I was out here trying to complete this. Y'all, I am roasting hotter than a rotisserie chicken right now. It's so hot out here. I'm gonna go ahead and get these flowers planted here. I did pick up 2 shrubs from Lowe's. I forgot the name of them, but they are the same shrubs that we have out in our front yard against our mobile home. They do get rather large, so that's why I did allow a little bit of space in between each flower and shrub. Also, if you see some white powder to the left, that is ant poison. I was trying to kill some ants. We had some rain come in, and obviously they were right there like they always were. I was so tired of the ants at this point. I actually mentioned that in my last video about the ant problem right here because it irritates me, and also the weeds because I get really tired of spraying the pavers. And I was trying to come up with a solution to fix that, and I think I did. It is still holding up fairly well as of today, and I can't wait to share that trick with y'all because it did seem to work with me, and if you have the same problem, hopefully it can help you too. I did buy these string lights from Home Depot. I thought they were really pretty and just a simple touch to this space, and they are really bright at nighttime. I was shocked at how bright they are. They were plug-in, so I did have to run a drop cord to plug them in, but they look really pretty.
I don't know where this life will take me. I just know I'm here for the ride. Baby, there ain't no sense in waiting. Yeah, we don't know if we got the time. Oh, I'm just a country girl in a real big world. You can catch me on 65, driving to the mountaintop. I don't once all that I knew. I'll never forget my roots. I'll never forget my roots. Maybe I'll end up in the city, underneath all the flashing lights.
I told Michael to wash the spiders away. There were so many spiders that were living within these cinder blocks. Insane. Did you get all the spiders?
I got all the spiders, Landon. They were hopping and scopping and doo-dopping and everything else.
Okay, we bought 2 concrete mix by Sacrete. And I also found this thing. I thought it was so cute. It is a hanging planter, but it has a built-in wind chime. Isn't that so pretty? I got that from Lowe's. I saw it hanging on one of their gazebos in store, and I just had to have it. But here is how everything is coming so far. Don't mind the wet stones here from Michael, but oh my gosh, y'all. Got that black mulch in there. I finally got all the rock done. I just put these here randomly, so just disregard that. But I got all of the rock in. Woo woo. Alright, so now we're going to start working on this area where the fire pit was. We needed to rake up all of this extra debris and leaves and get it all up, and then we're going to level the ground the best that we can so we can pour the Sacrete down. I wanted to put an outdoor rug or mat out here to help kind of bring this space together. We needed to fill this area and make it flush with the rest of the pavers. We only grabbed 2 bags, which was not enough initially, so we did have to go back and get a couple more bags to fill in this area. I'm really glad that Michael took time to help me here because this was definitely a 2-man job. I mean, I guess I could have done it by myself, but it would have been way harder just on my own. So I'm glad that Michael was here to help me pour this Sacrete down. And we did kind of tag team and take turns, because once he put it down, I was like, hand me the, I don't know what you call it, the thing to level the Sacrete with, but I was like, hand me that and I will level it. And he took turns with it too. And it's actually a lot of fun. And once you get the hang of it, it's not that bad.
Maybe I'll be in a new country, but when I go to sleep at night, oh, I'm just a country girl in a real big world. You can catch me on 65, driving to the mountaintop. I don't make no stops. Yeah, this town was once all that I knew. I'll never forget my roots. 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 There's nothing you can make me do to ever forget my roots. Oh, I'm just a country girl in a real big world. You can catch me on 65, driving to the mountaintop. I don't make no stops. Yeah, this town was once all that I knew. I'll never forget my roots. I'll never forget my roots.
I did buy 2 extra white flowers to put in that hanging planter that has the wind chime. However, I didn't realize that I was out of potting soil, so I did not end up putting those in a planter yet. I still have them. They're still doing good. I just need to get some potting soil so I can get that situated. But look at how everything is coming together now. It looks really good at nighttime, having the borders widened, and it just looks really good. Y'all definitely let me know what you guys think so far. I love it so much. I got so happy at this point because I was just really proud of all of the hard work that me and Michael have put into this project. I know I've been working a lot more than he has, but he has done his fair share in helping me when I needed him most, and I'm very thankful thankful to have a loving husband who does everything he can to make me happy. I definitely did not have the arm strength to carry all of the saccharin because they are very heavy bags. I'm talking 80-pound bags each. So with that said, we definitely tag teamed, and that's what makes me proud and happy. And I'm happy to share this with you guys as well. So I have been trying to figure out how to seal the cracks in between the pavers, and I've kind of been sweeping the leftover dust from the mortar into the cracks, and I'm thinking about wetting it and seeing if that will work. And I think that's just going to help it look more seamless, and then we won't have to worry about all the weeds coming through. So I think I'm going to test a small area, see how it does, and if that works, then I'm just going to go ahead and do that to the major areas where we get a lot of weeds, and I think that's really going to help. Okay, it seems to be working, I think. Looks like it's kind of working. I might need to add a little bit more. But I went ahead and started filling in these, so I don't know. I think this is going to be a trial run just to see if it works, but I think it's working partially, which is a good sign. This was the following day. We needed to put a little bit more right here. There was kind of a dip, too much of a dip in my opinion, so I asked Michael to put a little bit more right here. I think whenever I tried to fill in the gaps last year, I kind of raised that a little too high and I didn't realize it, so there's actually just a slight dip right there that we couldn't get quite perfect, but regardless, it still turned out good in my opinion after everything. And we needed to let all of the layers dry overnight before we added some more on, but this is the final layer that needs to dry. What are you doing to my dog? What are you doing to my dog? Don't pick on him. You just go on and pick on somebody on size, Michael Dill. So while we are waiting on the concrete to dry, which is probably going to be a lot of hours, I wanted to show you guys what I picked up from Ollie's. This is a patio rug. This was only $14.99, 5 by 7 foot, and it matched my pillows that I already got. Oh,
And this right here is my handy dandy
you can't even see
glass.
your face. You can't see your face.
Oh, I'm sorry. And this right here is my handy dandy glass table. I got this right here from the Ollie's. So if you don't know where to go get your deals, you now know where to get a deal.
And how much was that? You didn't let them know.
I don't know.
How much was it?
It was a whopping $14.99.
Have any of y'all run across Ginger Billy on TikTok or Instagram? Oh my gosh, he's hilarious. But also, I found this reversible pillow from Ollie's. It was $7.99 and thought it matched pretty good with the pillows I already got from Big Lots. You can also reverse it. I like that color combo. So I can put that on the couch. Oh, what else? They also had this there that I thought was really cute. $9.99. But I thought it was a nice touch to put out here for our patio. So I got that as well. So, little table. I got the rug. Got an extra pillow. And this little guy. So now I'm going to try and finish up filling in these gaps around the pavers. This was a time-consuming process. However, I thought it was worth it, in my opinion, if it would help save from all of the weeds coming up in between the cracks and also the ants. The ants would also build mounds in between the cracks, and it would just build up, and there would be ant beds on top of the pavers, and it was just not a pretty sight. And that was one of the things that I was trying to help prevent. I will say that this process did work. However, with one exception, there were a couple of places where I just was not able to get the weed root all the way out. And so that has popped back through on a couple areas. So that is the only downside that I have. But I can go back through with some weed killer, kill the weed, and then go back over it with the mortar and water. It doesn't take but just a second, considering that there's just a few spots where that has happened since I did this. But it did turn out really good after I got everything finished and completed. I just loved having that seamless look, and that's really what I was going for. Now it is time to put the finishing touches to this makeover project. I was so excited to put this mat down after 3 or 4 days of seeing nothing but Sycrete. It was just so refreshing to put that mat down. What was cool about the mat is one side had more white in it, and then the other side, if you flipped it over, had more black. So I decided to use the white part, and I think that really helped brighten the area. I was going back and forth trying to figure out how to position the furniture. I feel like I can never make my mind up on how to style furniture or how to position the furniture. And what made it hard is that there was only one ottoman when we actually had 2, but one of them broke. So I only had 1. So I was like, okay, well, let me put the ottoman in the middle and then have the two chairs sit adjacent to one another on the outer side of the patio. And that right there made it for me. That was the deal breaker for me. So once I saw that and how it looked, I was like, oh yeah, it's got to stay there. I'm going to put some before clips of how our patio looked before, so you can get the complete before and after visual of how much we put into this patio and how much this space has been transformed. That is going to be all for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and got some motivation or inspiration. I really love how this makeover turned out, but y'all definitely let me know down in the comments what you think. Don't forget to leave me a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you haven't already. I love you guys, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye.